Hello YouTube, how's it going? Retro Prime, blah blah blah. Aye, it's a lovely sunny Saturday morning here in Scotland, and I'm a bit under the weather. My nose and throat's all blocked up and shit. Bit rough, because I had a couple of buddies last night. It was the wife's birthday, and my mum and dad had the bairns, so we had a sort of night to ourselves for the first time in a million years. So aye, I'm a bit chilled and a bit this morning. So I thought I'd talk about something that occurred to me the other night there. And I'm drinking plenty of water as well, or whatever, diluting juice. I was digging out figures for an upcoming video talking about like crappy figures, figures that are shit, and of which I have plenty. And it occurred to me as I was going through, I stuck a lot in the attic, as I've said before. I got the boxes out and I'm actually propping the camera up on the friggin' things so I can't show you. But I was going through them to find stuff, because basically I kept out the things that I appreciate more, and I put away loads of stuff that I didn't. And as I was going through it, I was digging through it and realised I have loads of movie figures. I hate the Bayverse films. The first one was alright. The second one I can't really remember much about. Then after that, I've never seen The Last Night. And I was like thinking, God, I hate these films. And then it occurred to me, I hate them. I own plenty of the friggin' figures. And it was never sort of a conscious decision to go out and buy these toys, certainly. I just bought them whenever I fancied one, and it just seems like quite a big collection, so I thought I'd show you some of the ones that I've got just because I've nothing else to talk about. Now, when I first started collecting in Transformers, in Scotland, there's not really that many places to buy them retail, and for some reason, this one Christmas, Matalan had them, and I got the tiny little movie repaints of the Dinobot molds, the one they called Grimlock and stuff. I can't remember what they're called. I've got them somewhere still, I don't know where, but they had like movie figures. I got Dark of the Moon. Is it Dark of the Moon? Is it Dark of the Moon Ironhide? Love this figure. It's a pain in the hoop to transform. I'm still not entirely sure it's done properly, to be honest. But yeah, I picked this guy up, and I loved him. I ended up liking Ironhide in the movie. I did see the first one and the second one, is it? Can't remember when he dies in, but yeah, it's a cool figure. It looks awesome. Comes with this kind of sort of standalone weapony thing. He's got his cannon on his arm. It's there, can you see it? It is awesome. Alongside that, I got Sideswipe. I love this figure. Very unique looking sort of toy. Very unique transformation. I love the head sculpt. I love the sort of the red and the silver, the red light piping and stuff. It's very cool. It's a very cool figure. Has these cool feet. I mean, he's got quite spindly legs, he is quite easy to stand. He's got these like, you see that? The piston movements there? That's fucking cool. Such a good figure. And again, I picked it up in Matalan for like, I can't remember what it was, like £8 or something. And at the time I was like, I have never seen the movies, I didn't want to see them, they are shit. But this toy was certainly one that I picked up and thought, oh, these are quite good. I might buy more of these. Then of course you had your Optimus Primes. I got that one in B&M for like £12. I'm not sure which one I like better. This one's got the massive backpack and stuff, and this one's kind of just he's a bit like mine was QC issues. I've kind of tightened the legs now, but the legs were really floppy and he wouldn't stand up. I didn't really like movie design Optimus. I didn't like his face. He looked like an old man, and I didn't really like some of the aesthetics. I didn't like the flames on him and stuff. I just thought it was a bit flashy. I understand why they were there, but it was a bit like, is this Optimus Prime? But I've learned to love these toys. I really have. They don't get transformed nearly as much as I'd like because I can't be bothered doing it, but they certainly are half decent figures, and they're half decent. For what I paid for them, they're half decent Optimus Primes. They look no bad on the display. One thing I definitely will say though is, while I like this toy, I do prefer the sort of knight aesthetics Optimus Prime rather than this one. This was the one that gave him the kind of sad old man face. There you are. He just looks like he's like, oh, my chips are cold. And this one looks a wee bit better. Both fantastic figures. This one better. Although his arms kind of went a bit. Is there a screw I can tighten there? I don't know. Might just spray it with some nail varnish or something, or hairspray, make it a bit stickier. But yeah, two different looks to Optimus Prime. This one was certainly my favourite. Then there was Megatron. I don't really own any. I've got some smaller. Sorry, my Megatron display is just down there. I've got some smaller, like Dark of the Moon Megatrons and stuff, but nothing worth showing you. But these guys, the Last Night Megatron, oh god, I love these toys so much. They're so awesome. He's amazing. Again, picked them out of B&M's for like $12.99. I can't believe I paid that for this figure. I remember when Dave Mens done his popular video as well. Did it get something like, got a lot of views. He picked this up and he was going on about it. Should you pay like £80 for it? £70? Certainly isn't worth that. It has its issues, but it's such a fantastic figure. And even this guy, he's the same. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I love the design of this Megatron. If they'd made more films, or if indeed you see him in the Bumblebee movies, I know they'll go with a G1 look, but it'd be nice if they kept this on. I'd like to have seen more of this guy. I say see more, I've never even seen them last night. I'd like to have seen more toys then, basically. Now, Barricade and just get Berserker, can't remember now. Picked these up. This line was hit and miss. I love this figure. Love it, love it, love it, love it. This is a QC nightmare. In fact, if I look a bit, bits have popped off him. Oh no, they're all there. He doesn't stand, his head pops off, the little panels pop off. Looks good though, I like the look at him. He's got a cool sort of Predator-esque face there, but Barricade is awesome. He was like if Robocop was a Transformer. I know he doesn't go along with the original aesthetics of Barricade, but I love this figure. Love this figure, love this figure, love this figure. I certainly did. This is one of the ones that made me want to pick up more over the last night's sort of toy line, which again was really hit and miss, quality and just figure-wise. Got the two Bumblebees, one that was the Age of Extinction repaint, and the other one, which I think was an original mould. So here's the original moulded one, and while it has got its QC issues, like these feet just didn't, oh, well. Aye, there you go. These feet just didn't fucking stay tabbed in, it's ridiculous. And these back panels here constantly pop off. What I did was I replaced the Age of Extinction repaint head on this one, so now he's got the mask gimmick, and it kind of gives the best of both figures. So while it is a pile of shit, I really like this figure. Dragon Storm. Look at the size of this cunt. Again, one of the ones I picked up for like $12.99 at B&M. No figure I particularly wanted. I didn't have the space for it, or even just I didn't watch the film, so I had no connection to the figure. I didn't care who it was. I wasn't that bothered. But the combined, it's two figures combined. That gimmick kind of was like interesting for me, so I thought I'll get it for that. Plus, the last night figures, especially the knights, like I can't mind, like the Dinobots, certainly they were the figures that were affected by it, and some of the Decepticons, the knight-esque sort of visuals and the faces and the sort of helmet sculpts was very much invoking Dark Souls for me, which I was obsessed with at the time. So even though the figures were kind of messy, they looked kind of like they were straight out of Dark Souls, and I loved them for that. So I wanted to get these two guys because they kind of reminded me of Ornstein and Small a wee bit. This mode is kind of cool. It's a bit, could do a bit more sort of culture. It's a bit bland. You got the orange on the heads, and that's about it. Straight out of the box, this head was broken off, so I just chucked some glue underneath. And it glued it back on, because I paid 12 quid for it and it was a display piece, so I wasn't that bothered, to be honest. But it is kind of cool. It's definitely one that when I get fed up with them, it's going to go to Sophia, because it's the kind of toy she'd love. I mean, it's just cool. It's just cool, it's cool. I'm actually thinking about putting a movie display shelf up or something, or a kind of set of shelves, so I'm really enjoying looking at these figures at the moment. Eesh. I mean, you see what I mean about the Dinobots there. That was very Scottish. You see what I mean about the Dinobots there? Jobby, jobby, jobby. Their heads are very, very, very... I mean, that looks like the Pursuer, definitely. Or actually, that one looks a bit more like him. It's just very Dark Souls-esque. I mean, if it wasn't for the Dark Souls connection in my brain, I probably wouldn't have liked these. I probably wouldn't have bought them, because they are a bit like shit. But because of that, I like them, and they kind of are cool. I do like him actually. He's kind of neat. Yeah, I like that figure quite a bit. He's awesome. This one's just a fucking mess though. As is this guy. I can't remember what he's called, and he's just fucking rubbish. He doesn't stand up, he pops apart. His alt mode's just like a guy doing this with a dragon head on one hand. It's fucking ridiculous. Definitely an impulse buy that I regret, this guy. Yeah, he's all round crap. Probably one of the worst movie figures I own. One of the best by far though is this. Now, is it Dark of the Moon repaint? Maybe. Like I say, I don't really know a lot about the films, but it's Thundercracker. Again, one of the ones I bought when I first started collecting. I've always hated the head sculpt. He looks like a border collie that's been told off. Looks like he's got his ears down, he's a dog. Or you can turn his head round and give him the full-on Darth Vader, which is cool. I love this figure. I love the colours. I love the alt mode especially. The weapons that come with it are kind of cool, and it's just an all-round solid figure. The only one I'd want though, I hated Starscream. Drift and Crosshairs. I hate Drift's head sculpt. It's stupid. I love everything about Crosshairs. I love the way that his alt mode almost becomes like a flappy jacket for him. I love his weapons, I love his look. And I do love Drift. His alt mode is nice, and the figure is kind of cool, and the transformation is very much car former. They're alright, I just wish their head sculpts were a bit nicer. His head sculpt just wastes it for me. I understand that he's meant to look like a samurai, but it's just a bit... I don't know. I didn't like it at all. Last Night Hot Rod and is it SS Ratchet? This figure was bare and the legs were wobbly. Look at them. My first dalliance into the SS line, and I don't think I've been back since, although there's a few that I want. And this figure they had in Asda for ages for like 25 quid. Doesn't come with any weapons, and you know he's a bit shit, but I got one on the cheap and I like him. I like his alt mode. I love the sort of I don't know, I just like this figure. I don't know why. Certainly not Hot Rod by any means. Hello, have you seen my ridiculous French accent? I do like the toy though. That's at the end of the day. I've not really got a connection to any of these figures for the movies, other than just that I like the toys. Except this one, cause he's shite there. Now this figure I got on the cheap as well, and I want to love him because I love Hound and I love John Goodman, but it's just very... If they'd made the paint a bit darker or something, I don't know, it just looks unfinished. Like they've missed out half the paint or the colour. It's very bland, plasticky. These feet as well. He doesn't fucking stand up properly. Pain in the arse. Good alt mode, and he comes with loads of weapons which are in a box somewhere because I can't even ask to display them with him. But just something about this figure, I don't know. I like it, but I don't love it, and I don't know why. I think it's just maybe a bit bland for me. And then finally, Strafe, is it? I can't remember now. Shit, mine's went blank because I'm tired and hungover. Like a Dinobot Strafe, shall we say? I think it's Strafe. Cool figure. Again, it has the very Dark Soulsy and Knightian look about it. I love the red. I love the alt mode. This happens quite a lot, which is a pain in the arse. Like if this comes off and shit happens. But again, got some on the cheap so it doesn't bother me that much. I think someone, I don't remember. Oh fuck off! I don't remember if it was on the Facebook page or if it was somebody's video, but someone was talking about how price should sometimes dictate your enjoyment of a figure. Like if you've paid, like if I paid, where is Megatron? If I paid 80 quid for that, I'd have been gutted. He certainly isn't worth that by any means. But I paid 12 quid, and that makes him fucking amazing. It's a good toy, but it's not an 80 quid toy. Certainly, or whatever it was, 70, was it 69.99? I can't remember now. It was expensive anyway. I remember there being a hoo-ha when this toy was released about its price point. It's definitely, if you can get one on the cheap though, it's definitely one for the collection. I fucking love it. I love the big cannon as well. It's just very Megatron. Very, very Megatron. Plus they've got that face gimmick. Sorry, I'm drinking my water here. I'll put them back on the Megatron display there. Anyway, stand, you cunt. There, he's standing. Aye, I've got a few other movie figures cutting about. I've got Dirge somewhere, I love him. I've got Thrust. Where's Thrust? He's one of my favourites. Thrust, where are you? Oh, there he is. Oh, I've got Squeaks as well. Yes, there you go. Thrust, he's cool. Very, very weird mould this. Very, very unique look about it. But it's good. I got that for making a video with when Dave Shotton, Junkeep Dave, was doing a video about Thrust, and I bought this just for it because it was the cheapest one I could find on eBay, and I'm glad I did because it's a lovely toy. I didn't really have anything to make a video about. Borders Dude did the video on toys that have got you've got a connection with, Ken, like toys that you've got off pals and stuff, and ones that mean things to you rather than ones that are just your favourite because they're good. I'm going to do a response to that, I think, and then I'm going to show you the Tattle in my collection in a video entitled "What is this shit?" Aye, there we go. That's just a look at some of the movie figures that I've got lying about. Just because I've got a Saturday morning at my cell, which never happens, and I felt like making a video. Aye, I'm enjoying making videos now, so hope you enjoy watching them. Let me know what your favourite movie figures are, by the way, because there are a few, and I know that as many folk love the movies for some reason, as many folk dislike them, and if you dislike them or you like me, do you still buy the toys and like the toys? Because I really, 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 really like some of these toys. Some of them are like, the Megatron definitely is part of pride of my place in my collection, it's one of my favourites. But I've tried sitting through the films and they're just fucking headache inducing, awfully edited, awfully produced, poorly scripted, badly designed messes, and I'm fairly sure that if they weren't Transformer movies, a lot of the folk that adamantly defend them wouldn't bother, because it's just, sometimes folk are like, oh, it's Transformers, so I'm going to like it. No, they were shit. Anyway, there you go. Didn't want to end on a downer. Well, right, what can I say? I'll show you something. Oh, there we go. Another cool figure. Now, what's he called? Nitro Zeus or something? Or Zeus Nitro? What a fucking awesome toy this is! An epic alt mode! Yeah, oh, I'm definitely making a movie display. Right, where can I put it? I think I'll put it behind you there, where we've got the kitchen renovated, and right behind you, I'll show you actually. Right behind you. Here we go. Woo! There's a hatch. And that, see, there's some of my displays. That hatch leads through to the kitchen. But we got the kitchen renovated, and the guys renovated the kitchen, and they left the hatch. But I'll take you through here, hang on. We shall go through to my kitchen. But they never left it on that fucking side. Oh, there's Beans. Hey Beans! You want in, hen? Jesus, this video is 20 minutes. There's no way anyone's watched to this point. Come on, in. In! Right, see you later guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Eesh.